Everyman Driver Nation, what's going on? Welcome back for another car review. I'm Dave Erickson alongside Dave Erickson. Today we are taking a closer look at the 2018 Lexus NX300, a 5-passenger luxury compact crossover, and the exterior color on this bad boy, Matador Red Mica. I am loving this color. This is Lexus's smallest luxury crossover in its lineup behind the LX, GX, and RX. And Dave, the NX300 is a new name this year. Last year, they called this vehicle the NX200T. Mechanically, it's the same vehicle, just a new name. It comes in two trim levels, the 300, which we have, also the 300F Sport. There's also a hybrid version. Front-wheel drive is standard, which we have. All-wheel drive is optional, which we do not have, unfortunately. Because if we did, we'd be going off-road, but we do not have it in all-wheel drive, so let's get started. So you're looking at some pretty aggressive front end styling here. One of the first things I noticed when I got the car was how far the nose stuck out. I can see how this might be polarizing to some people. I'm pretty used to it by now. I'm really bummed out we don't have all-wheel drive because we have 6.9 inches of ground clearance. Would have been fun to take it off-road to showcase that. The wheels you see right there are 18-inch wheels. Standard are 17s. All right, we talked about it being mechanically the same. So what's that mean? It means it's the same engine as last year. That's what it means. So a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, that's nice. Oh, come on in. It's mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission, 235 horses, 258 pound-feet of torque. This vehicle weighs 4,000 pounds and surprisingly can tow up to 2,000 pounds. Fuel economy, 22 city, 28 highway. We've been averaging in mixed driving 22 because we've only driven in the city. Watch your hands. Now, before I show you the backseat legroom and headroom, there are 3 ways to fold down the back row of seats. Number 1, as the driver. So right here to the left of the steering wheel, I'm bending down, there's an L and an R. You press these buttons once, hold them down for a second, and the back seats will fold down automatically. You never have to leave the front seat to fold down the back seats. So right there, fold them down as the driver. Here's a look now at your backseat legroom and headroom from a guy who is 5'11". The vehicle is on right now because when you turn it on, the seat goes back to its last position and the steering wheel comes forward. So this went back to my driving position. Otherwise, it'll go back when you turn the vehicle off. So here's me sitting behind myself after that long explanation. So you've got that much room behind the back of the seat for a compact crossover. Space here for storage, same behind the passenger seat. Headroom, definite indent right here in the roof line. Helps out for people who might be a little bit taller, so that's pretty good. I'm having to really lean up in some cases. In other vehicles, you know, boom, you're right there. Just have a little more room. Comfort-wise, not too shabby, but can you imagine one more of me right here? Because I have an infant car seat strapped in with the lap belt here. This is a 5-passenger compact crossover. Can you get 5 people back here? It'll be a tight squeeze, maybe some smaller adults possibly, but I think real comfortably. You got 2 and 2, 2 adults, an adult, and an infant car seat. You're good to go. This seat is a 60-40 split, and you have a fold-down armrest right here. So you want to keep your bottle formula or mom's milk right here. You can do that to keep the little one hydrated and fed. Now, what's really neat about this back seat, like I showed you in the front, is that you can fold these down by the push of a button. It's not manual, just push it and the seat will come forward. Let me show you how. Oh, it's right here. Can you see it? Right there. So you can do both seats. I'll just do the one closest to myself. So one touch and it goes all the way down and it does not get stopped by the infant car seat. Now that it's back, you've got 4 blank handles all the way around so you can hang on to this vehicle if you get a little turbulent. Turbulent? Experience some turbulence. Let's take a look at the cargo room and trunk space. I mentioned there's 3 ways to fold down the back seats. There's also 3 ways to open, actually 4 ways to open the lift gate. There is a push button just left of the steering wheel. There's a button here on the key fob. You can press and hold that, it'll open. Key fob's on you. You can press the tab just below the logo of the Lexus to the right of the backup camera. There's a fourth way, which we don't have this option because I've done it a number of times, unless I'm a moron, which could be possible. There is a kick underneath here, which will open it up. As long as the key fob's on you, the vehicle's locked, you can kick it. So it's a hands-free kick lift gate. So that's what it does with that option. But we're just gonna hold on to this here. Up it comes. Now back here, you've got 17.7 cubic feet of cargo volume. Not a lot compared to its competition, partly because of how this, this roof is sloped, but I do have a set of golf clubs back here. So I'm able to put that in the back, no problem. Can you put an Everyman driver back there? A little bit. You got the sunshade here, which can be stowed below. So you got that going for you. Now that third way of folding down the back seats is over here. These buttons, check this out. Okay, the button's over here. I'm gonna press the left one because the infant car seat is in place right now. So there you go. This is the third way that you can fold down the back seats, which increases the cargo space when they're both folded down to 54.6 cubic feet of volume. So when you're ready to put it back up, hold the button, comes back up, close the lift gate, and you're good to go. But before we close the lift gate, I want to show you something cool with the lift gate. So you can adjust the height of the lift gate. Let's say you're 5'4" or 5'5" instead of 6 feet tall. Bring it down, or have someone help you bring it down to a spot that you feel is a good height for you. Press the lift gate tab here for 2 seconds. And the next time you open it, it'll open to this height. So let me fast forward this and I'll show you. There you go. And let's say you are taller, you don't want to hit your head on it, so put it to a spot you like, hold it again, beep, beep, close it, and next time it opens, it'll open to that height. Kind of cool, right? Oh, I just bumped my elbow. All right, it's time to go inside the NX300. The key fob is on me, the vehicle is locked. You can tell because the side mirrors are closed, and you can open it because we have a smart key entry system. Hand in the handle, opens up, unlocked, close it, press your thumb, or whatever finger you want, right here, and it locks it. Cool. In here, opens up. I just gotta show you because it's kind of cool. This is where you would find your all-wheel drive option. If your vehicle was all-wheel drive, which mine is not, you'd see an all-wheel drive locking diff button there. Otherwise, you got blind spot monitoring, there's your trunk release, heated steering wheel, auto high beams, these buttons here I showed you earlier about folding down the back row, odometer, steering wheel mounted controls, pretty obvious with paddle shifters up top. Before I get much further, let's go ahead and start it up. Steering wheel adjusts. I'll show you a few things here. 4.2-inch display there in the center of the instrument cluster. Now here, I wanted to show you this earlier, is your lane departure alert, and there's also steering assist. So you're going down the road, kind of see what the icon looks like. If you go outside the lines, the vehicle will start to, the steering wheel will start to shake and bring you back in the lane. So very helpful, great safety feature there. Bluetooth technology here on the left-hand side. Again, paddle shifters there, cruise control right there. And this is kind of funky. You got your 8-inch screen. It's not touch screen, but you got your 8-inch screen. Climate controls here, clock, different drive modes, and I've stayed in normal the whole time. And that's how I've achieved my 22 miles per gallon in mixed driving, which has been all in the city. Automatic brake hold, and here is your pad. Moving your finger on here moves a cursor up there, which is not the easiest thing to do when you're driving. Learning curve, you'll figure it out. There's your 6-speed automatic transmission. Cup holder for your extra large Venti iced coffee. Now, this is a dead giveaway on who this vehicle is promoted to. Any ideas what this is? This right here, you put your hand on to rest for your pad. What do you think that is? Right here. Lift it up. Voila. It's a mirror. You've got a mirror as who would want a mirror when they're driving? The guys? I think it's for ladies. That's what I think it is. Nice, long, wide open dash. Visibility out the front's great. Pop into reverse here. I'm gonna show you something. Got my tripod back there. I don't know if you can see that, but what I have the tripod back there for is because we have a parking sensor. So I have it on 3. There's 3 volume levels. I have it on 3 so I can be alerted. So if something's back there, it's gonna let me know, and these lines turn with the steering wheel. So it'll help you back up. If something is obstructing you, like I'm having there, you'll hear an alarm. And you got the 360 view right there. Pretty cool, right? I think it's awesome. What do you say we take this bad boy for a drive? I'm down. You down? Let's get down. All right, pop her and drive. Let's go. Put this baby in sport and we'll do a little zippity doo-dah day and see how it goes. All day, son. Anybody watch the show New Girl? Big fan. All right, in sport mode, turn it over. There's eco, normal, and sport. We're in sport. Let's see how this turbocharger can kick into gear. I know how it can go, but I want to show you. Ready? Oh. Whoa, yeah, dog. I heard some front wheels squealing. Got up to about 45 there pretty quick, huh? Now I have the lane departure alert on and steering assist active. So it's recognizing the white lines and it's flashing in the instrument cluster that I'm going over the line and it's bringing me back in it. One of the great safety elements of this vehicle, which is standard. Going over some pretty rocky road here. This is a terrible road, but as I'm going through it, good suspension. This is an example of I'm just floating over these little messed up divots in the road. This is a lot harsher than, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but this road sucks. And this is handling it pretty well in terms of suspension. I really like how high I sit up in this car. And I know you have the adjustability with the seat, but the first thing, you know, when I get in the car and I'm driving, I feel like I'm up high, got great visibility here. There is a blind spot in my view in the back right corner. That headrest is in my way, and the pillar back there is very challenging to see in that spot. Otherwise, everything else is good, and I've got sensors around the car to let me know if I'm about to hit something. So going through the drive-thru, for example, or going through the car wash like I did today, it recognizes there's obstructions all over the car, so it's gonna start beeping at me. You can just turn it off by pressing the enter button here on the steering wheel. But what I'm saying is there's plenty of safety, so if you can't see over your shoulder in some cases, and you're backing up, sensors will go off to keep you safe. So you got that going for you, which is nice. Another nice element about this car is how bolstered these seats are. Not only do I feel up higher, I feel snug, so I feel very confident and controlled going through corners, going up and around curves, and so on. Overall, it's a very comfortable car to drive. You know, this is the smallest of the Lexus crossover lineups, so you do have some variety there if you want to upgrade based on cargo space, overall space for passengers, fuel economy, and so on. If you want to tow some things, you can go from this point all the way up to the highest LX point. So there's something to play with. Just loving this Matador red mica color. So the MSRP on this 2018 Lexus NX 300 is right around $36,000, but we have over $10,000 in options. So the final price right around 48 grand. I know it's a lot of money, and you do have some options in the Lexus crossover lineup, so do your research, give it a test drive. It's definitely worth a look. Until next time, I'm Dave Erickson. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Adios. And one more thing before I go, if you are in the market for a Lexus vehicle, maybe you're interested in this one, maybe something a little bigger, a sedan, check out car.show/everyman driver. You can find Lexus deals by zip code by going to that website. Get some great options in your area. Again, car.show/everyman driver. Take care, drive safe. Adios.